The Lost Island. One grey morning, Sam found an old map in the dusty attic of his small house. The paper was yellowed and torn at the edges. The lines on the map were faded, yet they formed a clear picture of a faraway island. The island was marked with strange symbols and a large X. Sam's heart beat quickly as he held the map. He felt that this map held the secret to an adventure he had always longed for. Sam lived in a quiet town where nothing much ever happened. He was a simple man with a kind heart and a curious mind. Every day he walked the streets, looked at the sky, and wondered about the world beyond this town. The old map stirred something deep inside him, a desire to see a place that no one in his town had ever seen. He decided that he must follow the map and discover the forgotten island. That very afternoon, Sam packed a small bag, took some bread, water, a warm cloak, and a small oil lamp. He also carried a sturdy knife and the precious map, of course. Outside the town, by the edge of the harbor, lay a small boat. The boat was old, but strong, and with the map in his hand, hope in his heart, Sam stepped onto the boat. He pushed off from the shore and began his journey on the wide open sea. At first, the sea was calm and blue. The sun shone down, and the water sparkled like tiny diamonds. But soon, the wind began to blow hard. Dark clouds gathered above, and huge waves rocketed the boat. Sam held the map tight as he steered through the storm. The rain came in heavy sheets, and the boat creaked under the force of the wind. Despite the danger, Sam pressed on, trusting the map and his own quiet strength. He knew that every great journey had challenges. After several days at sea, the storm passed. The sky cleared and the water became calm once again. Then, far in the distance, Sam saw a dark line against the horizon. As he drew nearer, he recognized the shape of an island. The island was covered with small trees and steep hills. Its shores were dotted with smooth stones and patches of soft sand. Sam's heart filled with wonder. He steered his boat toward the island, feeling that he was about to enter a world of secrets. Once on shore, Sam stepped carefully onto the unfamiliar land. The air was cool and smelled of salt and pine. The island was quiet, with only the sound of the waves and the rustle of leaves. He looked around and saw that the map had marked a path leading inland. With slow, steady steps, he followed a narrow trail that wound through a dense forest. The forest was dark under the heavy canopy of ancient trees. Their branches stretched out like arms and beams of sunlight rarely touched the ground. The forest floor was soft with fallen leaves and moss. As Sam walked, he felt both fear and excitement. Every step led him deeper into the unknown. He passed by small clearings and clusters of ferns. The silence was deep, broken only by the sound of his footsteps and the distant call of a bird. After a long walk, Sam reached a wide clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a small stone pillar. The pillar was ancient, covered with thick moss and marked with carvings that seemed to tell a story. Sam knelt before the stone and studied the symbols. They showed images of animals, trees, the sun, and the moon. Though he did not understand all the details, he sensed that the pillar had once been very important to the people that lived on the island. Around the base of the pillar, Sam found a small opening hidden by hanging vines. It was just big enough for him to crawl through. Beyond the opening, he discovered a narrow stone staircase that led towards into darkness. Sam took a deep breath. His oil lamp, he lit it and carefully descended the stairs. At the bottom of the staircase, Sam entered a large cavern. The air was cool and smelled of earth and stone. The walls of the cavern were covered with more of the strange symbols he had seen on the pillar. In the middle of the cavern stood a massive stone door. The door had no handle or keyhole. Instead, it was covered with a series of carved symbols arranged in a circle. Sam sat on the cold stone floor and examined the door. The symbols showed pictures of a sun, a bird, a tree, and the moon. He remembered the map and the clues from the forest. Slowly, he began to press the symbols in the order that his heart told him to. First came sun, then came bird, followed by the tree, and finally the moon. And with a deep rumble, the stone door slowly began to open. Beyond the door lay a small chamber bathed in a gentle warm light. In the center of the chamber, on a pedestal, stood an old chest. The chest was decorated with carvings that matched those on the pillar and the door. Sam felt an urge of excitement and carefully opened the chest. Inside, he did not find piles of gold or shining jewels. Instead, he found a small and ancient book with a leather cover and a single carved symbol on it: an open door. Sam lifted the book, gently opened it. The pages were filled with simple drawings and words written in clear, careful handwriting. The book told the story of an ancient people who once lived on the island. They believed that true treasure was not gold nor jewels, but knowledge and wisdom. They had hidden the book so that only one with a brave and kind heart might find it. As Sam read, he felt a deep peace. The words of the book spoke of nature, of balance, and the power of a caring spirit. He understood that he had found not just treasure, but the key to a better life. For many hours, Sam sat in the quiet chamber, studying the ancient book. The soft glow from his lamp made the pages shimmer, and the words seemed to whisper secrets to him. He learned about the ancient people's way of life, how they lived in harmony with nature, and how they respected all living things. The book taught him that the value of life was found in caring, learning, and sharing with others. Sam felt a change deep from within. The adventure had given him wisdom that was far greater than any gold or any jewels. When he finally left the chamber, Sam climbed back up the stone stairs and returned to the forest clearing. The forest now seemed to welcome him, and the sunlight filtering through the trees made everything look soft and alive. He walked slowly back to shore, his mind full of the lessons from the book. The once mysterious island now felt like a wise and gentle friend. Sam took his boat and began the journey back to his town. The sea was calm once again, and the wind was soft. As he sailed, he thought of the island and all it had taught him. He felt like his life had changed forever. The adventure had shown him that the world was full of hidden secrets waiting to be discovered, not just in faraway lands, but within the hearts of those who dared seek them. When Sam returned to his town, he did not speak of his adventure with many words. Instead, he kept the ancient book close. He showed it to a few trusted friends who listened with wide eyes and quiet awe. Sam began to share the lessons of the book in small ways. He planted trees, tended to a garden, and helped his neighbors care for the land. His gentle actions and calm wisdom soon spread through the town. People began to notice the changes in their surroundings, and the old ways of living were slowly replaced by a new care for nature and each other. Over time, the town grew calm and kind. The ancient book was placed in a small library for all to see, and its simple words became a symbol of hope. Children grew up hearing the tale of the brave traveler who had followed an old map to an old forgotten island. They learned that adventure was not always loud and filled with danger. It could be quiet, full of wonder, and full of life-changing lessons. In the evenings, as the sun set and the sky turned soft shades of orange and purple, Sam would sit by his window and look at the map. The map, like the book, was old and worn, but it held the memory of a great adventure. Sam would smile quietly, remembering the dark forest, the ancient stone pillar, the hidden staircase, and the glowing symbols on the tavern wall. These memories were treasures that no one could take away. They filled his heart with peace and a deep respect for the mystery of life. As the seasons changed, Sam's simple life continued with the quiet adventures of the heart. He began to help town in new ways. He taught others how to care for the earth, how to plant gardens, and how to listen to the soft voice of nature. The lessons from the forgotten island spread far and wide. People from neighboring towns came to visit, seeking the wisdom that had transformed Sam and his community. They walked the same narrow paths and looked upon the ancient stone pillar, feeling the same stirring in his heart that Sam once felt. In the cool of autumn, when the leaves turned red and gold, the town held a small festival in honor of nature and its old tales. The ancient book was displayed in the town hall for everyone to see. Those simple words and drawings reminded the people that true adventure comes from within, and that every life holds secret doors waiting to be opened. The people laughed, danced, and shared stories, each one adding a small chapter to the town's growing legend of the Forgotten Island. During these peaceful days, Sam often took quiet, long walks along the shore. He would watch the gentle waves, feel the soft sand beneath his feet. The sea, the forest, and the wind all spoke to him in their own silent language. He listened carefully and learned that every sound, every rustle, and every whisper of nature held a lesson. In these moments, Sam realized that the true magic of his adventure was not only found on a hidden island far away, but also in the simple, everyday beauty of life. Years passed. Sam grew older. His hair turned grey and his steps became slower. Yet his eyes always shone with quiet light of wisdom. The lessons he learned on that distant island became such a part of him. They guided him through every day, in every small act of kindness, in every moment and every thoughtful silence. He taught others that true adventure lies in the search for understanding and that every person holds a spark of mystery within. One day, as the sun rose in gentle splendor, Sam sat by the window of his small home. He held the ancient book in his hands and looked out at the town, now filled with trees and flowers that had grown from seeds of care and understanding. The book had taught him that the greatest treasure is not found in gold nor jewels, but in wisdom, kindness, and the courage to seek the unknown. In that quiet moment, Sam felt a deep gratitude for the Forgotten Island, a place that had given him a new way to see the world and a heart full of gentle strength. The tale of the Forgotten Island did not end with Sam's return. It lived on in every smile, every act of caring, and every quiet adventure taken by someone who had listened to the soft call of the heart. The old map was kept safe in the town's library next to the ancient book, as a reminder that every journey begins with a single step into the unknown. In the years that followed, the story of Sam and the Forgotten Island spread even further. Travelers came to town not just to see the library, but to feel the spirit of the place. They walked the same narrow paths, sat under the same trees, and listened for the quiet whispers of the wind. They learned that true adventure is not found in loud battles or great conquest, but in the simple act of discovering one's own heart and the hidden treasures of the world. As the town continued to thrive in peace and understanding, the legacy of the Forgotten Island became a living part of the community, and every day the people remembered that a small brave act, a step taken within hope and courage, can change a life, even a whole town. The lessons of nature, balance, and inner strength became part of the town's very soul, and every resident learned that life is full of secret doors waiting to be opened. Now, as the sun sets behind the gentle hills and the stars begin to twinkle in the vast sky, the story of the Forgotten Island stands as a quiet monument to the power of curiosity and the search for truth. It teaches us that the greatest treasures are not always hidden in chests of gold, but in the wisdom we gain and the kindness that we share. Sam's adventure reminds us that every life holds a hidden island of secrets and a silent promise of wonder. Thus ends the tale of the Forgotten Island, a simple story of mystery, courage, and quiet adventure. In the soft light of memory, Sam's journey lives on in every heart that dares to dream and in every step taken towards a deeper understanding of the world. May the spirit of that quiet island guide you too, as you open the hidden doors in your own life. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what kind of video you want me to cover next. Cheers.